Yo, 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 yo. You already know. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is On the Dotted Line podcast. I know it's been a minute, but I have to drop this episode. Um, please subscribe to our channel on the Dotted Line episodes. You'll check out all our episodes on YouTube. Please check us out, like and subscribe, and all that good stuff. All that good stuff. So today's topic. So we're gonna talk about why nobody finds it disturbing that people are dressing up like Jeffrey Dahmer. People dressing up like Jeffrey Dahmer. People are doing challenges on TikTok, doing the Jeffrey Dahmer challenge. Why aren't people outraged? Why people feel like it's okay? And I'm just gonna voice my opinion. It's like this podcast is not going to be long, um, but I just want to voice my opinion because I was talking about this on TikTok. And some of these comments people were saying it's just a costume. It happened 50 plus years ago, or this is a soft generation, like things like that. So I'm shocked with some of the things I'm seeing, and also on other platforms when I'm actually looking at people doing the challenge, I ain't seeing nobody have an issue with it. So for people that don't know, Jeffrey Dahmer is a serial killer. He's a psychopath serial killer that murdered a lot of black men, and these black men are homosexual because Jeffrey Dahmer was homosexual. So his fetish was, just a weird fetish, being a homosexual man, and but having a fetish of not only killing, but doing it graphically, chopping a body parts, preserving it, and eating it because he has some type of fascinations with um with human, not like not just human meat, animal meat. They had a backstory, but who cares about the backstory because he's a murderer, he's a psychopath, he's a serial killer, and he was doing this. He was doing this to black men. There were some minority, there was some other ethnic groups. He was doing it with other minorities. He was also a pedophile for people that um, watched the series what he did to the young 14-year-old. He was able to get him. He was drugging him up, getting him drunk, and then take him back to his room and end up killing them and chopping them up and taking their body parts and preserving things graphic like that no human should be able to even think of doing. And Netflix, they almost made him like a sympath like so people could sympathize with him why he did those things because they let us know his backstory, that he was, his parents, they was always arguing, then they end up getting divorced. So everybody have issues at home. I know people handle it differently, but they was just showing that part of it. They were showing how his father was showing him, you know, how to take roadkill and how to like chop it up. It just those type of things. So it resonated to him, and they said this could be the reason why he was doing these things. And but I don't care about that because the families he did it to have to deal with this situation. They're traumatized, and people that was able to get away from him also are traumatized as well. And he was able to get away with it because he was a Caucasian man. Number one. Number two, he was in a community that they're gonna probably give him the benefit of the doubt, even though neighbors were smelling the awful stuff in his room. They were smelling it, and but the police officers didn't do anything. And also him being a homosexual, a male, because back then they didn't really care. This was like something that um, they didn't really care for. So so black men, homosexual men, they really just didn't care. So he was able to get away with a lot of these things, and him being a Caucasian male. So that's the story. And families was wondering why he even families was even wondering why the hell he was able to get a trial if he did it. He should have immediately got the chair. He should have immediately been executed. It should have been no trial. And that goes back to the issues back then. We not back then, totally different ball game than what it is now. Like, we have rights, and we came a very long way. We came a very, very long way, because back in the day, these cases was horrible. I think OJ was the only black man was able to get away with murder that was non-Caucasian. But for it to even be a trial was just a slap in the face. It's like, this is crazy. So not only you had a blind eye to the fact that he was doing this, and you had neighbors calling, and they said, "Oh no, it's fine, we already handle it." They took a blind eye to it, and he was able to keep doing it. So that's the story of that. Now, the issue with me when I see these challenges is very offensive. It's very offensive that you see kids, high school kids, college kids, you see regular people, they're doing these challenges, because Netflix. I'm not gonna be blaming Netflix for everything, because this documentary was on other programs. They just took it and they put it in there, but when it's on Netflix and they turn to a series, it's going to be trending something serious. Like, Stranger Things, Black Mirror, all these different series they have on there. So, but this generation is different. This generation, I don't know what they got going. So they do challenges, and people say it's all fun and games, but it's not. It's not. This man shouldn't be champion. This man shouldn't be celebrated, because it's almost like he's being celebrated, because they're doing trends, TikTok trends on about this man that's a serial killer, and he did things that was extremely bad and extremely horrible. And he's able to be champion. Like, that is crazy. And you look at the comments on TikTok, it seems like people don't even have an issue with it. There's people saying it's just a joke, it's just fun humor. No, it's okay. If that's the case, do we crack about the Holocaust that happened? No, because we have a level of respect. Um, very, very sensitive situation. We don't do that. We're not doing that. It's a level of respect and being sensitive. Some people say, well, it was 9/11 jokes. I have to see that. That person, I would say, I think he was a bot, because there's no way people's going to make jokes about 9/11 happening and it's going to be trending. People's going to do 9/11 trends and memes like that. No, when people lost their lives, people's not going to dare to do that. So I have an issue with that. And there's going to be so many people dressing up like him. And he's not a fictional character. This is an actual real person that's a psychopath, a pedophile, um, a serial killer, murder bunch of people, and he was eating their body parts. You have to be a sane person to even want to dress up like them. If you dressing up as them and you don't know the story or whatever, you need to do your research. You need to do your research, and people on the street should be able to be holding people accountable for that. Because if somebody come to my door dressed up as Jeffrey Dahmer, I'm definitely gonna give them a lesson. I'm gonna say that's very inappropriate costume. So it's not about being soft, it's about being considerate, because the families are still alive and they still dealing with that particular situation, and people's making a joke out of it. And also, I'm mad at these other platforms. TikTok, they deplatform people that say a bunch of things. Like, they deplatform Andrew Tate for um for bigging up masculinity and teaching young boys to be men. But they deplatform him. They say this is or and they said this is like is what they always say when they be deplatform misinformation, or this is in danger to the content society, some weird stuff like that. But people who's doing these Jeffrey Dahmer challenges, I don't see them getting red flag. I ain't see them being taken off. It's crazy. It's crazy. You see an angle what particular, and I hate to go back to race, because I'm more progressive, I'm more moving forward, and this country came a long way that we have opportunities. But it's still a situation when it comes down to race. It seems like one group could say and do whatever they want to this group, but we say one thing about this group, and it's nowhere near what we doing for this group. It's always repercussions. They about, oh, you wildin', you know. They said Kanye saying the anti-Semitic remark, but if you really do your research about what he's saying, it may have some truth to it. It may have some truth to it, but people dressing up doing challenges of a serial killer that was killing black men and eating their hearts, literally chopping them up, put them in tin cans. Neighbors is calling the cops and they just ignoring them. And people feel like you can do a challenge, and people say, "Oh, it's just a costume." No, it's not. It's inappropriate, and I don't know why people start outraged and not even making it known that it's a serious issue. You don't do that. It's bad enough Netflix made it seem like this man making us try to be sympathetic of this man, the reason why he did that. No. Of course, mental health is a very serious issue that needs to be addressed in this country, but no, because he took a lot of people's kids, loved ones away from them in the most graphic way. So no, is not appropriate. So that's my take on the whole situation. That's my take on the whole situation. Let me see. I ain't gonna put it out because I don't want to get flagged, but we'll end it here. Just a quick video on that. I want to see if I can show the challenges. Let me see. Let me see. Maybe I could. Maybe I could. Let me see. Wait. Oh, they actually got costumes with it. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see. Hold up. I'm searching now. They actually got some costumes for sale, which is more inappropriate. Let me see. They really have it. Wow. Look at this. Look- And they got merchandise. Look at this. They actually got merchandise. So let me present my screen. They actually have merchandise. This is insane. Did I share it? So they actually got merchandise. If you can't beat them, eat them. Wow. You see? They don't really like Michael Jackson said in that song, they don't really care about us. This is crazy. They actually got merchandise. They actually got merchandise. This is insane. Shame on you, Amazon. Look at this. Shame on you. Murder show T-shirt. Shame on you. People just they making it seem like he's a fictional character. This is a real person that did bad things that caused a lot of issues. That is insane. Shame on you, Amazon. Let me see. The Jeffrey Dahmer challenge. Jeffrey Dahmer TikTok. TikTok dance. Let me see if we can find some. This is crazy. If you're not funny, let me see. They got some people doing it. They People hooked it up and everything. People hooked it up and everything. Oh, y'all can see my screen. There's people actually doing it, but I don't think it's appropriate for me to listen to show people doing it. But man, you know what? Please, I'll give them some clout. Find this appropriate.
Give me Jeffrey Dahmer's dance.
See, there's people actually doing it. See, you got actual challenge. Let me just stop it there. Let me stop it there. They don't care about us. And for the people out there that said, "Well, it happened 50 plus years ago." What about people dressed up as Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Number one, you don't see a bunch of people doing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre challenge, and you don't see a bunch of people even dressing up like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let alone kids. You definitely don't see kids dressing up like no Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And also, it was based on a true story, but it's a lot of unsolved mysteries that happen within that story that people still haven't proved yet. So we don't have the accurate story with that. But you don't see people worldwide trending and racing to be that particular character. This is not a fictional character, Jeffrey Dahmer. This is a real psychopathic murderer, serial killer that harmed black men. Not harmed them. Wrong word for saying that. Murdered them in the worst fashion ever and ate their parts, literally, body parts, literally, saving it, put it in a bin, stinking a whole place up. Pedophile. Yes, people's out there dress up somebody that's also a pedophile. Terrible. I'm gonna end this stream right here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But I feel like it's a problem, and we have to address it. I'll end this. Make sure you subscribe, and you make sure you like and subscribe, and share this so we get this algorithm out because there's no way in hell this should be acceptable. You know, Amazon is even having costumes with it and shirts. They made him celebrate it like he's a almost not a hero. Hero's a wrong person to say it, but they made him popular for all the wrong reasons. Crazy. Families is still alive just looking at that. They can't get their loved ones back. I'll end it here, man. My name is Deshaun Lyons, man. It is what it is. See you when I see you.